I'm back on the saddle again. All right, people. So I want to say probably. Oh wait. Hello, sisters and misters. Lori Cysta here. Okay, next. Look at how cute is he? He has a little baby. Okay. Anyway, these are my favorite color tigers. I love me tigers. So long ago in the early 2000s. Not that, maybe, I don't know, it was around the time Ronda Rousey did her last fight before she got her butt beat. Okay, whatever year that was. 2013, maybe. I had woken up and I couldn't get out of bed on the left side. I had this horrible pain towards my belly button. Not the same pain I was talking about the other day. And I had to use all my might and all my power to get up because me and my husband only have one car and I had the car and he took the bus and I couldn't get up. And I had to call one of his co-workers who wasn't working that day and was like, you need to take me to go get him to go to the ER, but I have to get to the car first. And I don't know how long. So it took me forever. Finally was able to do it. I was extremely worried. They did a CAT scan and they said I had colitis. And then I saw my regular doctor and he said, you need to go see a GI doctor. So I go to the GI doctor and they go, oh, you have gallbladder issues. You need to get it out. I'm like, what? I don't have no pain on the right side. I don't have no issues. My stuff had to do with colitis on the left side. And it took a while to heal after 2 rounds of antibiotics and changing the way I eat. And I was so scared to eat. And back then I did a lot of tea reviews because that's all I could drink. I took those videos down. And I was like, no, I ain't taking that out. So that was like 2013. Fast forward to 2017. Yeah. Let's see, my dad died 2016. So yeah, 2017. One day, I was getting ready for work. I bent down to tie my shoe, and I was like, ah! Right under my right breast. What the hell is this? So I went to urgent care. Urgent care here is not like urgent care Kaiser Permanente in California, which I miss very much. Urgent care here is like, it's really a waste of time and money to go. So I went and they're like, this could be your appendix. I'm like, since when does your appendix be right under your right breast? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't go to the ER, but I went to the doctors. So anywho, they said you have gallstones and you need to get it removed. I'm like, no, I don't. So I didn't want to get my gallbladder removed. I don't want no parts taken out of me, okay? I want no parts. I have PCOS. And since I got married in 1996, they've been trying to take away my ovaries. I'm like, no, they want to let's just take one. Let's just take the left ovary. I'm like, nope. I finally met a doctor before I moved here saying, we want to get you to menopause with all your body parts. You don't want a hysterectomy. So fortunately, I still have all my body parts and I am healed. So I struggled with my gallbladder for a while. A girl at work said apple cider vinegar. So I found that drinking 32 ounces of water, like downing it in the morning, helped because it moves the gallstones somehow. And that helped. Also, apple cider vinegar helped. So throughout these years, these last 8 years, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Not really the water part because I hate water, but whenever I feel like my gallbladder is acting up, apple cider vinegar. Till recently, I can't do that. I can't do it. I did it and I had one of those painful episodes on the left side. Don't matter how much water I drink, it don't work. It don't matter what medicine I take, it don't work. And I'm having like constipation issues. I'm having a lot more other issues. Now, if you watched my last video, I talked about how I had to call the ambulance while I was at Walmart, and no one helped me. And then I ended up in the ER every 2 days after that. And they thought it was a heart attack. They thought it was kidney stones. I'm not sure if I have a broken rib. So there you go. Some doctors say it's muscles. Some doctors say it's bones. I don't know what it is. But what I can say is my pain when I eat something that I shouldn't eat starts a little bit to bother me on the gallbladder side and then really hurts on the left side. So I've been complaining about left-sided pain since 2000, I would say. Like, I noticed whenever I ate meat, my left side would hurt. And they said nothing. They didn't give me no CAT scan, anything. Same thing. I've had other tests where you have to drink this funky white stuff, and they do this, everything's fine. And drink some fizzy stuff, A few years ago, I had H. pylori. I recorded that, but I think recently I took it down, so you can't see that. So yeah, I've been having some issues, but I would say in 2022, I landed in the ER with left side pain. And that doctor said, they did a CAT scan, they didn't find anything than my gallstones. He thinks I was having referred pain, that my pain is being on the left, even though it should be on the right. Ever since then, every time I say that to any doctor, they think I'm on crack. They're like, no. So, if they didn't find anything in my blood work and my CAT scan and my x-ray and my ultrasound, I'm going to agree with that doctor and say it's referred pain. It is referred pain. Now, when I had my x-ray recently and they said they found a non-dislocated fractured rib, but they didn't find it, but they found it, but they didn't find it. That's the kind of healthcare you'll get in Arizona. It sucks. I was able for the first time to see my gallstones because every year I've had a CAT scan. And I had asked him, how many gallstones do I have? I don't know. Well, didn't you just do a freaking CAT scan? No one can tell me. Are they little? Are they big? No one can tell me. Even when I had 2 ultrasounds on my gallbladder. Never seen them. In my x-ray, I saw them and they were pretty big. And your gallbladder is not that big. And they look pretty big. So I counted like 8 of them. 8, 9. About 9. Good size. So I was able to see them. You know what? I'll go ahead and put that right here so you can see them. I don't produce eggs, but I produce stones. Yeah. So I was happy I was able to get to see them and count them. So I went to my surgeon and I was like, take it out. So anyway, so that was 2022. I didn't want it out yet. I was like, it's deferred pain. I'll just change the way I eat. So I kind of chillax for a week or 2 and then I go back to normal. And then it's a long time. So fast forward to 2023, I was in so much pain on the left side. And I went to the ER, same thing, they didn't find anything wrong. So go to the surgeon to see if it could be the gallstones. And I thought for sure he is the surgeon of gallbladders. And so he would have heard of referred pain. He's like, no, there's no such thing as referred pain. So me and my husband had booked our first vacation ever to Oceanside, and it was non-refundable. And it was a few days before I left. It was on a Friday. I want to say Friday. No, it wasn't Friday. That's when my dog died. It must have been like a Tuesday. My doctor's like, you can't go on vacation. You have to get your gallbladder out. And I'm like, no. It's not the first time I had pain, and I've had my gallbladder all these years, and I am not canceling this vacation because it's not refundable. And he's like, no, you have to get it out. Even though I had no right side pain, I only had left side pain. Not horrible like now, but it was pain. And he's like, you're bad. Okay, so you have to promise me if you get a fever, you're going to go to ER because you need to get it out. And I'm like, fine, I promised you. He gave me some medication that I got a side effect on that I couldn't take. So that was 2023. So fast forward to now, when I just made an appointment with him and I'm like, I'm ready to get my gallbladder out, take it out. I can't stand this left-sided pain. I ended up calling in 1 week, I had called I called 911, and then I was in the ER twice, and they all gave me different answers and want my gallbladder out. It's referred pain. He's like, that's why I didn't take it out last time. I'm like, are you on crack? You like wanted, and you like forbid me to go on vacation. You wanted to take it out so bad. And now you're saying, I don't want to take it out because you have left-sided pain. I'm like, are you serious? So he's like, I'm not taking it out. I was so crushed. He said, you need to go see the GI doctor. So I go see the GI doctor. He don't know what's wrong with me. He's not going to do any tests. He just gave me some pills to take, and ended up getting bad diarrhea with it. And so I just assume maybe I'm getting plugged up. So I take it and then I get really bad diarrhea. But this last time I took it, I had the worst pain. Oh, once again, on the left side, under my breast. So I'm doing everything I can to not take it. So I called my surgeon and I was like, okay, look, he's said he's not finding anything. He gave me tramadol for my pain, but I mean, I might as well just put it in an IV because I'm in pain all the time. So he said, I'm not going to take it until you do your HIDA scan. I need you to do a HIDA scan. I said, okay. So it took, now I waited a week because I thought that I would get the HIDA scan right away. Actually, I waited like 2 weeks, a week and a half, and I had to wait another 2 weeks to get it done. Now you're in this machine, like it comes up to here, and it's like, looks like it's smashing you. And they told me, he told me it was going to be like an hour. I read people taking an hour. You read online, it says 2 to 4 hours. They call me and say it's going to be 2 to 4 hours. I'm like, are you kidding me? Ugh. And I'm afraid because every time I lay down, I get this pain in my back where I can't breathe in and I can't breathe out. What am I going to do? Because when I was in the ER, it happened to me and they were not sympathetic at all. I was like, I can't get up. I can't breathe. So 2 chicks pulled me up and I was like, ugh. Because I get that really bad pain. They're like, we'll call the doctor. And they never did. And I was in tears. They didn't care. I'm at the ER. Aren't they supposed to care? They didn't care. And also, they didn't give me an IV because apparently there's shortage on saline. So this is the first 2 times I've ever been in the ER where they don't give saline. Even my friend just had birth. They didn't give her saline either because there's a shortage on saline right now. And I'm dehydrated. So how does that help me? Anyway, so I do the HIDA scan. I lay there and I tell the guy, look, I'm getting this horrible pain whenever I lay down, so I'm fearful for laying down. He's like, well, don't do the test. I'm like, but I need the test because they won't take out my gallbladder. So I was so determined. I was afraid, but I was determined. I was like, I'm going to show this doctor that there is something wrong with my gallbladder. It don't work. Like, let's take this out. You already know I have stones. Just take it out. And so I was in there for an hour, and then they gave me that stuff. And I started to get discomfort. I felt it in my gallbladder. I felt it right under my gallbladder, like where my belly button is on the right side. And then I felt nauseated. And he asked me, do you feel the same pain? It's like, oh, heck no. And then sure enough, I got a little pain on the left, under my left breast. And I said, oh, it was a delayed reaction. So I had to wait forever to get those results. I got the results in over the weekend. And it said that I had an abnormally low gallbladder function, which is called gallbladder biliary dyskinesia. Now, so what I've read is that it's thought to be hereditary, which makes sense because my mom had her gallbladder out. And unfortunately, after she had her gallbladder out, she had a lot of issues with her stomach. She always had gas. And she always had discomfort, she always had bloating, and she always had diarrhea. And that's why I never wanted my gallbladder out. But it has nothing to do with gallstones. Nothing. you could have this disease and not have gallstones. So what I've read is that a lot of people who get their gallbladder out who don't have gallstones have horrible issues. So I'm hoping that's a plus. I'm not looking forward to it. I don't really want it. But at this point, even the doctor, so here we go. So I emailed him. I said, my results are in. So he calls me. And he's like, okay, so, your functioning level is really low on your gallbladder. But you can keep it if you want. No, take it out. He's like, okay, so we'll have to schedule your surgery. So I told him I'm on Gallbladder, and that's helped. And he's like, is it helping? I'm like, yeah. Well, so you do still want it out? Yes! I don't want to be on this medicine, even though it helps me sleep great. And it helps with my pain. And I think it's helping with migraines. And I read that they kind of do it for migraines. Anyway, different story. So he's like, you don't have a cardiologist, do you? I'm like, yeah. Oh, well then. I don't know if I could do surgery. I go, well, I was supposed to do a stress test, and my insurance denied it because they want to do the nuclear stress test. He's like, oh, well, now they'll approve it. And I'm like, you want to put me through some more torture, okay? You already told me it's going to be very painful to get the HIDA scan. Now you want to put me through some heart pain crap that they're going to shoot me up, make me feel like I'm on crack. So I called I called the cardiologist. I left a message. They called me back, and then they never called me back. So then I called back, and the people in the front are idiots, and they're like, oh, so it looks like it's pending. What's pending? Oh, no, you need an appointment. I'm like, okay. Oh, no, you need to do it. I'm like, can I have a girl that I talked to before? So then she goes, I'll leave a message. The next day I don't hear anything. So I leave another message saying I want to talk to Priscilla. So then the next day Priscilla calls. And I'm like, well, what's up, girl? So she said, oh, it looks like they approved a clearance. And I'm like, what? She's like, let me make sure I can fax it to your doctor. So I said, okay. So they call back. So she's like, Michael. I'm like, who the hell is Michael? Michael Jackson? Like, he's not my doctor. My doctor's a girl. I don't care. So I guess when I was supposed to have the stress test, I was supposed to do a follow-up. And I followed up with Michael, I think, because my doctor takes 3 months, 4 months to get an appointment, and I wanted to know my results. So they did it on Michael. So for some reason, they went to him, not my doctor, which is a girl, which I'm pretty sure she wouldn't approve the clearance, but I ain't complaining. So they said Michael approved the clearance. So they sent it to my doctor. So I emailed them. I'm like, they approved it. Here it is. I sent him a copy. So then the next day they call me to schedule my appointment. I'm not getting a pre-op. My husband's like, how come you're not getting a pre-op? I go, because I've been in the ER and they've done every test they could do. I'm fine. So my clearance letter, which I'll show right here, says basically that I say I'm in too much pain to do it. So there should be like minor problems, minimum issues, which I'm hoping for. So then they give you this big old list of what you can take and you can't take. And of course, Gallbladder is not on there. Now, I read that it helps with gallbladder surgery, your pain, which I'm looking forward to. But then I read you shouldn't take it right before gallbladder surgery. So same thing over the weekend. So my surgery today is Sunday. My surgery is Friday. So I emailed the girl and I said, look, Gallbladder is not in here. And I take Gallbladder at 8 p.m. It does make me sleepy. So I'm like, do I still take it or not take it? It's not on your list. And then another pill that I take is to lower my heart rate. I didn't understand their wording. Either did my husband. I go, I think it's saying that I take it the morning of, but I don't take my blood pressure medicine. Ugh. So it's coming out, people. My gallbladder is coming out, for better or for worse. I have been hearing horror stories about it. Like I'm going to have diarrhea the rest of my life. Like I'm going to have to stay by the bathroom. I can't go anywhere. I'm going to just have to wear diapers. I mean, everybody says it takes 2 days of horrible pain. I'm afraid because I know that I barf with anesthesia. and anesthesia, and I don't want to barf. I don't want to use these muscles. I mean, somebody said don't drink water right after, because she did, and she barfed water all night long. So I'm mainly concerned about that. I hate being nauseated. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. So those are going to be my questions. Can I take Zofran when I get home? I don't know. I don't know what I could eat, what I can't eat, because I didn't go to my pre-op and they didn't tell me what I could eat and can't eat. So it's kind of like I got to Google it and figure it out. So I feel like he's doing it grudgingly. I know he's doing it grudgingly, which is not fun. But my surgery's at 8 in the morning. I got to be there at 6, and it's a half an hour away, I think, 35 minutes away. And I don't have no one to watch baby girl. So I'm really upset that she has to come. We're going to have to wake her up early. And my husband's have to bring her. She's going to have to see me. You know, they put the cuff on and the thing on your head. She's going to have to see me like that. And I don't want her to see me like that. But all my friends work. So what can I do? We just got to figure out, is he going to take her to school? She's going to be to school late. And if I could have a friend pick her up so that my husband can bring me home peacefully. Yeah. So I'm going to bring you guys with me on this journey of removing my gallbladder. I know everybody's different. So we will see. We will see. So the doctor said we're actually doing it to rule out my left side pain. So that's what we're doing. We're only doing it to rule it out, so that from now on, when I get this horrible pain, which I'm praying it don't, from now on, if it's still there and I have to go to the ER or they do anything else, they can't say, oh, it's your gallbladder. Because for so many years, it was like, oh, it's PCOS. No, it's not. Oh, it's because you're fat. Oh, everything, you broke your leg because you're fat. You have migraines because you're fat. Anything that happens because you're fat. No. So that's where I'm at. Wish me luck. Although I don't believe in luck, pray for me. I believe in prayers. I covet your prayers. And let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Don't.